It's funny to watch the different styles of horses we've seen. Some of them, just their style alone allows them to, some of them handle those turns a little better, some of them are not handling, but, the style is a big part of it.
It really is. Calgary's known for the hard pen underneath, and horses are going to handle it differently. Here's Megan on a 5-year-old, never been to more than one rodeo this year. And here's Jewel, used to the Texas ground, which is deep and shifty and sticky sometimes, compared to the girls talk about Canadian ground, and it's just harder. You got to be more prepared.
Yeah, that's right. And everybody has the same conditions, and that's the thing about it. Some horses you see that are maybe having a little trouble with it, that's just their style. But the ones that are handling it, well, they're the ones that are winning all the money. We got to start with Kelly Schnaufer. That's a great horse.
Yeah, and Jessie, that's a horse that they've trained, and she's doing phenomenal. You ask her how the conditions are, and she loves it. Her horse is eating it up, and she has that experience, and her horse stands up underneath herself. Mary and Mo, young horse, but again, experience on her side. I asked her, are you doing anything different with Carrie being a farrier? Are you changing out nails for different grip? She said, no, not at all. Mo's handling it awesome. We don't want to change a thing.
Yeah, well, they've got it figured out. She's owned this arena. Now let's go back to the guys we've talking about on the bubble. Cody and I have talked about the guys. Let's talk about the girls. Taylor Jacob.
Yeah, we've got Taylor Jacob and Fallon Taylor, and she said this morning if there's anyone who can do it, she believes in herself and her baby Flo. They are in a great partnership. It's been a rough Calgary Stampede, but every time she comes up that alley, she has a positive winning attitude, and she's so focused on sharing that with all of her fans.
Yeah, she has a great attitude, a winning attitude, and she is so confident. We'll see if it pays off in the 4th round here in the barrel race. We're going to get the barrel set up. We're going to bring it all to you. Don't go away. We'll be right back. The ladies are on the track preparing for their runs here at Calgary. Boy, it's pretty tough. We talk about Mary Berger, how hot she's been. She's just absolutely dominated the barrel race. And, of course, Kelly Schnaufer, who's at her first Calgary Stampede, she's been really impressive. Well, while we're waiting to get things just right here in the barrel race, let's go down to Cody Snyder.
Well, down here with Jake Watson. And, Jake, that was a good draw to have in that pen of eliminators.
Yeah, I was really happy when I seen what I had. There was a lot more in there that were less desirable than him.
How does it feel to win your first round at the Calgary Stampede?
Well, that's pretty awesome.
And you've been having a great year. You're currently number 6 in the world standings. What do you attribute that to?
Just started in Odessa and just started having good draws and just having fun doing it.
All right, keep it going.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to Jake. Boy, he is so impressive. Can't wait to see what he can pull off here on Sunday. Let's take a look at the barrel racing results. This is after day 3 in Pool A. Mary Berger, of course, she's won every go-around. Kelly Schnaufer, she's picked up over $10,000. Ivy Conrado's in there. But then after that, there's some ladies that have a chance. Julie Leggett's hanging on to that 4th place. There's some girls that can catch her.
Yeah, and Taylor Jacob, Fallon Taylor, Mary Walker, they're all so experienced, having ran at the NFR. Taylor has the record there, and Mary and Fallon each have a world title to themselves. So.
Yeah, that speaks volumes. There's a good look at how we figure out the times here in the barrel race. That's Jim Dunn, one of our pro officials here at Calgary. Of course, he's a national finalist bareback riding rider back in his day. But there's the electric guy, and there's actually 2 of them there in case one of them fails. And that's the quickest, best way. It's right down to the 100th of a second.
And I'm so glad to see that because day 1 we had some issues with the timing and backup timers. So having 2 of them there, these girls are going to be guaranteed that their time's going to be counted and not by a hand flag.
There's Ivy Conrado. She'll be the first one to run on Tibby. Boy, she has had a phenomenal year. Number 2 in the world standings, and the number 1 lady is here, Mary Berger. So they're having a battle within a battle here at Calgary. Can she do it again this afternoon? She has had some great runs.
Absolutely. C4 Tibby Stinson is the registered name of this 7-year-old sorrel mare. That's her dad, Kelly, walking her up nice and calm, especially for day 4. These horses get really racy as they're coming into this pen, and he's enjoying this.
Yes, and that looks like she's going on a trail ride.
Yeah, and she's going to scoot in and get lined up because that first barrel is critical. Once this mare gets firing, there's no holding her up. There's no checking her. She's just going to be there working. And awesome footing for the first one out. This is great news. Have a look at her outside leg. She's kicking, helping Tibby around that barrel. She rides up here forward. She's going to sit down tight, hang on to that horn, and kick on the outside, setting the pace.
Might be her best run of the week right here. 17:78. You bet. That looks good. 1778 for Conrado.
What
So
a,
that is going to set a very tough pace. Taking that breath of relief, her job is done. 9 ladies left to see if she can hang on to that lead. And here's another good one. Cassidy Cruz, number 10 in the world standings. She's made 1 trip to the Wrangler NFR, placed on her first run here, and then she's been a little quiet since.
yeah, she's back on JJ. She placed on this horse day 1, JKR assured win, and he's having a tough time getting in this arena. The energy, the crowd, and he knows his job. He's wanting to run hard at that first barrel, and their timing's key. She's talked about needing to get that first barrel. After that, then they can go. But that was a wide shot for her. Oh, slight slip there on the second barrel.
In and out of the third. 1778. She needs to be faster than that to take the lead away from Ivy Conrado. Not going to do it. 1852 for Cassidy Cruz. So she's going to have to come back on Saturday and make her way through the wild card round.
She overshot that first barrel too long. So, and that just might be the timing with JJ. She was on another horse for a couple of days.
Cassidy Cruz now just finishes her job, and now let's go to Sarah Rose McDonald. Sarah Rose coming up the approach. I think she's on bling.
She is. I spoke to her after Grand Entry, and she still hadn't made her decision. So at least we know with this Bay Roan, Fame Fling and Bling is so colorful and beautiful that we know that she's on her great roan mare. She's trying to get lined up. She goes to that left barrel first. It doesn't matter if you go to the left or the right. See her sit back. She's really trying to hold her up. Great first turn for her and Bling. Again, she's holding her up. She doesn't have her normal forward style because she's wanting to stay standing up on the ground. She rode that mare great and according to this pattern.
I agree. Boy, it was all her. She was the pilot in 1798. It was close. That will put her second now in the round, right behind Ivy Conrado.
See her sit back real far, sit deep. When you sit back like that, that cues the horse to start to rate. She was helping with the reins as well.
Yeah, she's a great jockey as far as riding this little horse. I mean, they are fun to watch no matter where she runs. Talk about fun to watch. Here's one right here, Mary Walker. Won the world in 2012. She's number 9 in the world standings. I like this horse. She hasn't quite got things rolling yet on this horse, but I mean, this is going to be her next horse probably after Latte's done. This is a good chance.
This is Bojangles, a Frosty Please. And yesterday he popped out of the dirt, so she was excited to run him again today. She felt really confident in him. Look at that round style.
Absolutely,
he's
that's
so
good.
big, 16 hands high, so much power. It doesn't look like he's moving very fast because he's got such a long stride, but see where she is in the mix.
It looks good. 18 and 2/100ths, just barely over the 18-second mark. That puts her now third in the round, 18 and 2. She picked up $2,500 in round number 1. She needed to actually win the round probably to have a chance to move into the top 4 in this pool, but that's still a really good confidence booster if she comes back on Saturday. Now let's go to Kelly Schnaufer. We talked about her. She has placed every round, third place. She's been just rock solid.
So consistent on her great sorrel mare, 7 years old, Jessie. Jess Undeniable, owned by her mom and her stepdad, and we know that her husband's back at home working, and her son Tyler is watching every day. They're so excited and so proud. She wishes that they were here. Again, sneaks in, wants to get lined up for that first barrel. That's the widest that we've seen her go on there, but look at how fast this horse is. Just opens up. Tight around that second. She's really forward. She's going to drop that hand, pull around, use that outside leg. Smooth run for Kelly.
A little wide on that first barrel is going to show up, and it did. 18:26. That's her longest time here. She was 18:20 yesterday and won third, but 18:26. A couple little teeny mistakes in that run, and boy, when you're right down to the 100th of a second to determine who wins what, you can't make any mistakes.
That's right. One stride too far will be a few $1,000s out of the mix.
Yeah, that's right. Well, let's go. This is it for Fallon Taylor. She needs to win the round, and she knows it. Look at the concentration. You talked to her before the rodeo in your opening. She is fun to watch.
And she loves this kind of pressure. She loves to be the underdog. She goes to the left barrel first on Baby Flo. They have an amazing connection together. Now, have a look at her outfit. Of course, we can't miss that. The helmet, she was in a terrible accident of where she had a 2% chance to walk again. And she wants to be an advocate ambassador for those kids that have to wear helmets so they're not dealing with bullying.
Well, good for her and a good run, but 18 and 14 100s. Boy, that was close. That puts her fourth now in the round. That's not going to be a big enough check to move her into the top four, but a real solid run for Baby Flo.
Absolutely. Look at how forward she is. Her hands are right up at her ear. There's her dad, Shelton. That's their classic move. Hand slap as they come down the alley.
Yeah, she is so fun to be around. I mean, you just kind of draw in on all that energy. Let's go to Julie Leggett now. Julie.
She's on ice.
She's
FDI
fourth in
cash
this
spurt.
pool, but she needs to maybe win something to hold her spot.
Yeah, that would be a great confidence booster for her here. Oh, wide on the second barrel. She needs to get a little more aggressive. One tap there with the bat. Hangs on to the horn. Goes off that third barrel. Asking everything that he has on the way home.
Yeah, 18-28. 18-28 is going to put her sixth in the round, so that's not going to be enough. She's won $6,000 in this pool. She is in the top four. We'll see if she can hang on to that fourth place position.
This morning in practice, she was riding bareback, schooling her horse. It was amazing.
I saw that. Well, here we go, Mary Berger. Look at her right up there. Looks like she's going on a cattle drive. It's like, oh, I'm going to ease in there. Mo eases in there. How exciting is she?
Listen to this crowd and that extreme focus.
They are hanging on every second. Mary Berger comes. Number one in the world. She's already won her pool. No one can catch her. But she'd like to win her fourth go-around.
She needs to get lined up on Mo. He tilts his head to the outside nose. Whoa, rolls back around. That snaps around that barrel. She's having to kick him up nice and round. Rides him all the way around that turn. Look at how good she is. She's just amazing.
67 years old, and this might be her best run yet. And it's going to be 17:33 for Mary Berger. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, goosebumps. Oh, and he kicks up right there. What a crowd girl.
Oh, that's fun. Look at this. I mean, you talk about have a horse figured out. She and Mo, they are loving the Stampede right now. Fastest run we've seen yet. What a beautiful buckskin horse. That's a tough act to follow if you're Taylor Jacob, I gotta tell you.
Hey, but she did it yesterday.
Yeah, she did.
And she's on Madonna's Sissy Be Gold. Let a Hank do it bloodlines. Overshoots that first barrel. The plan yesterday was to stay nice and collected because this horse is just like a motorboat. Stays upright, hind end underneath. We got a clean run from Taylor. Let's see if she can catch up to Mary.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. 17:86. Nice run. That puts her third in the round. She's been solid. 17:86. Number 3 now for Taylor.
A great rider.
Yeah, she is good, isn't she? Not riding her good horse Bo that we're so used to seeing her ride, but this is a nice little horse as well. Let's go to Megan Swin. She comes here from Florida. She hasn't picked a check up yet. Let's see what she can do in round number 4.
So she's back on PC. This is the horse that she had in the first round. Borrowed horse by Daniel Calder out of Wyoming. This is an 18-year-old rope horse. It's sun-cross bred, so it can handle this type of ground and can handle all the crowd and experience. So she just felt she needed to get back on another experienced horse. And she rode great.
Yeah, good run. Maybe she should have stayed on this horse all the way through. That's a good run, but 18:39, just a little off the pace.
This horse is trying. It's great footing as he's leaving the barrel.
Well, she's going to be back on Saturday with a chance. And, you know, you only have to land in the top 2 on Saturday. And we've seen a lot of people come through that wild card Saturday and go on to win $100,000. But how about Mary Berger? She's already won $22,000 at the Calgary Stampede. First, and the best run yet today, 17:33. Another standing ovation for Mary Berger. Oh, my. Oh, that is just a story right there. Mary Berger. Another $5,500 for Berger. Here's a look at it. 17.33 for Mary. Ivy Conrado, she's number 2 in the world behind Mary Berger, and she just can't get closer. She does win second today, though, and Taylor Jacobs picks up a check. Sarah Rose McDonald got back on bling. She wins fourth. And Mary Walker, she's been consistent. She picks up that 5th place check. But nobody is better than Mary Berger. $22,000 already in her pocket. She's going to be back on Sunday to try to add another $100,000 to it.